morning. I swear a lot.
Hello friends, and welcome back to Limbus Company. So, we're continuing with the adventures in Santa's Cannibal Christmas Factory, which is a lot of fun. But first, we can do an extraction, and in fact we will, because if I could get any of that stuff, that'd be very nice. Ooh la la, this looks much better, doesn't it? Quite looking forward to this, yes. It's funny though, because we're in a intervallo leading up to, like, you know, Heathcliff's big time in the sun, you know, it's his canto coming up, and he's proceeded to be kidnapped and has no immediate dialogue. Like, it might span or pan perspectives back between him and Don Quixote and the rest of the team, but at the moment, he's the one who needs all the build-up, and he's not even on screen at the moment. It's very funny. Oh, fuck you. Oh, I thought for sure I was gonna get something out of that. Ah, jeez. Ah, well. We go back in. Back to Miracle in District 20. It looks like there's a fair bit of combat here, I dare say. I'm gonna stick with the 7 team because it fucking rules. This won't take long. Good. Even win rating 7 association can win this. To be fair, aside from, I'd say, maybe Yi Sang, 7 association aren't that bad at clashing, they're just not the best clashers, you know. But they're not that bad. And Yi Sang, once he gets his SP up, it actually becomes a fairly decent clasher. Like, not a brilliant one, once again, but not bad. But it is kind of getting his SP up that is the problem, because when he has low SP, his clashing is bollocks. It is fucking awful. For whom the gnomes pack, they pack for thee. What are you doing? I love this intervallo. I don't know if that's clear. This one's great, but what the fuck? So now I've had some time to look around out here. This facility appears to be a gift factory. Very good, Yi Sang. Well done. Good job. I see. So there are factories like these that produce gifts. Wow. Christmas decorations everywhere. There's still some time until Christmas, though. It's July! Sinclair looked to the ground with a somber expression. He doesn't like Christmas. I didn't need to ask to know how he was feeling. There's a very good reason he doesn't like Christmas. I wonder if monsters exchange gifts with each other. Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. 100%. I got you this human spine. Oh, you shouldn't have, They didn't seem like the most hospitable sort, but then again, we're humans and they're gnomes. Maybe they're hospitable to other gnomes? There is a possibility that they may be contractors to one of the wings in the city. Wouldn't the wings get in massive fucking trouble if they were working with non-humans, though? Do you get in trouble for working with non-humans or just being a non-human? And I assume you have to be in the city to get in trouble for it. I'm gonna sit this head guy down and ask him a bunch of questions. I wanted to say no chance, but the city and the wings that we've experienced so far were... Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there was a non-zero chance of that being the case, which means it probably is happening, actually. Also, the red sack, it might be here? I don't actually know if the red sack is even... Well, if it's featured on a Fixer magazine every winter, surely the red sack was real. Does that mean that the Santa in this place would be a distorted red sack? That could be pretty cool, I suppose, even if it is just Santa. Damn, these cutscenes are getting a lot shorter, fucking hell. Where's Heathcliff? I want to do my British voice again. Everyone definitely loves that. Absolutely. Nice. You guys fucking rule. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, what, we're not going to take any of these for ourselves? We soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belts were moving weren't your average gifts. That might be why we're not taking them. Is that a foot? Is that a sign with the drawing of a foot? What's that doing here? This one is adorned with a depiction of an eyeball. And there's a little gnome there working on something. He's got a little screwdriver, and that's how you know he's part of maintenance. He's a maintenance gnome because he's got a screwdriver. These gifts appear to be made from materials that do not normally go into building these items, like, say, a foot or an eyeball. Their shapes are of teddy bears, oil pastel boxes, toy trains. But they have an abnormally high concentration of protein and phosphorus. However, the decorations and the lights are made of proper materials. They must have salvaged the wastes expelled from the city. Ah. It's obviously Gutma for her. Nope, no idea. Gifts made from humans. Whenever I can't guess, it's because it's something a lot more simple than I'm expecting. That's how it tends to turn out. Sometimes I just genuinely don't know, but I'm often trying to think of too witty or complicated an explanation for what she's actually saying. But Sinclair's got it down pat. He knows what's up. More stuff made from human sacrifice. I guess the outskirts isn't so different from the city, huh? Everything is made from human sacrifice, including this game. The devs sacrificed their time. Even this video, I sacrificed my time and sanity when I read the comments. What's really concerning is who are these gifts for? Who in their right mind would want anything like these? Who knows? Rich folks with screwed up perversions? Maybe that's who they're for. Maybe the people who get them don't know that they're made from meat. Maybe that's how it works. So if they're making gifts out of people, Heathcliff and Don Quixote, will the gnomes turn them into gifts too? Wow. I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials. Then we must move with haste. I have discovered a location with a high probability of their presence, presuming that they haven't been turned into gifts yet. Beep boop. After a long silence, Merceau spoke up. He pointed in a direction. I like the fact that he just stood there waiting for someone to prompt him. He pointed in a direction. There, the placard says gift assembly. Very good, Merceau. Well done. Nice. Level 50. Oh, yeah. So much in Keflin and energy. You'll love to see it. You do. I mean, shit, we're nearly done. There's nothing wrong with a short and sweet intervallo, though. A little something that they could put out without too much delay to keep people entertained. I respect it. And this is fun. It's definitely not intended to be taken overly seriously, like it is just a little side adventure. Providing some context going into Kanto 6, but nothing too heavy, you know, or at least that's the impression I've got so far. Maybe the end of the intervallo is really fucking heavy, I don't know. But the impression I'm getting so far is like, hey, we did a fun Christmas-themed intervallo, you know, enjoy it, have fun, like, we hope you like it. And I do. I like it. I think this is a fun little adventure. I'm digging it. It's a good time. Good. Nice. Very good. You love to see it. I wonder if any other team will ever become my favorite team like Seven. I hope Seven Association get its own version of like Bamboo had Merceau. Just a character that really brings the team together and makes their gimmick work. Though it's worth pointing out that you can totally make the gimmick work if you work hard at it, you know, with Talisman Sinclair, for instance, but I would like a proper Seven Association character. Like, I guess it would be based on that character in Library of Ruina who led the Seven Association characters. I think... What's their name? Dante? Yeah, no, the leader of the Seven Association Fixers in Ruina is literally called Dante. That would be a bit awkward, wouldn't it? I don't care, though. Make a fucking Sinner ID based on Dante. That'd be awesome. But which one of these characters could be Dante? I would initially have said Faust, but it's too late for that now. She's already, you know, Seven Faust and really fucking good. I guess it would be funny if it was Don Quixote, but she seems to get a lot of those. You know, she's like this sheer... She's an important sheer character, for instance, and she's an important middle character and stuff like that. Ishmael could fit the bill. I suppose you could always get Hong Lu in there, but then I wouldn't be able to use fucking K-Corp Hong Lu, and that'd be upsetting. But yeah, I would like that for the Seven Association IDs in this game. But to be fair, considering Seven Association are far from the most popular, like, faction within the city in terms of, you know, the audience, I'm just grateful that there are Seven Association IDs, because there could have just as easily not have been. Gift of hatred given shape. How fucking spooky. I think I'm hearing some odd noises from in there. It's probably fine. A rather high-pitched SOS is always a good indicator of wonderful happenings. Or it could just be Don Quixote being like, help, please. Can you not giggle about sounds of screaming, please? I am familiar with this tone. The decibel range of this screaming is an exact match with Don Quixote's. Of which we are all very familiar. Wait, we have yet to conduct a threat assessment of the combat area. That area appears to be a closed-off space, which means... Otis, were Heathcliff with us, he would have said as such. Said what? I think I know. How bloody frustrating. Quit whinging, pick up your tools and get cracking. See, it's a different voice because Dante can't do Heathcliff's voice exactly. Now, I don't know why Dante would go Yorkshire instead of Birmingham, but you know, they're doing their best. That was pretty close. Ishmael soon blasted the door open with a powerful kick. This is why she's such a good lure identity, because she already naturally is really good at kicking things. The lure identity is just a one opportunity to make use of those kicks. Meanwhile... Oh, bloody hell are we? Why am I tied up? Only let Kathy do that. I regretfully say to thee that we are quite screwed. Forsooth, we are fated to become toys in that hydraulic press. That's a rough way to go. Can I say, well, I said it last time, I'll say it again, how desperate I am to have more Don Quixote and Heathcliff adventures, because this is a great dynamic. I absolutely love it. It appears that when the time cometh, I shall be turned into a roly-poly toy myself that riseth with every fall. Ah. Oi, shut your trap and do something. We've got to get out of these binds. Sir Heathcliff, I apologise profusely. 'Tis true that there was the tiniest bit of selfishness within me that I wished to procure the red sack cosplay set for myself. However, it was no lie that I wished to find thee an impeccable outfit. You little shite, I knew that this was going to happen once I'm out of these binds. 7 bops on the noggin, and I'll be using at least 20% of my full power. At least thou shalt become an elaborate pocket watch. I just picture a little pocket watch with Heathcliff's face on it, doing that expression exactly. Can I get that? Can I get that as a physical item? I would love that. Oh, damn clocks, again! Fucking sick of clocks. I think they're going to turn me into a box of color pencils. 24 vibrant natural colors, or so it says. Funny. We've not seen living materials in quite a while, What they're a bit loud, Can you see if my ears are bleeding, The more they scream, the happier our recipients will be, Then let's get cutting, Boom. Heathcliff, Don Quixote. Oh, what a relief. They've not been turned into gifts yet. Were they really going to turn Don Quixote into a slinky? I would whistle, but I actually physically can't whistle. Quite cozy in here. Everyone. Ow. What? We're here for you, Heathcliff. Hi, buddy. You're not going to get turned into a watch today. I'm the only watch around here. Clockhead. Damn it, didn't think I'd ever be this glad to see your mug. Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to be shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press. I'm sorry that the fucking Heathcliff pocket watch is too funny to me. I have hewn your straps. Descend. Descend, I say. I shall write a poem about it. Look, I'm not the type to wear my heart on my sleeve, but after you lot saved me from getting turned into a pocket watch, I have to say it's that... You absolute idiots! You two had one job, to remain by the executive manager's side, yet you let yourself be captured like this! You know what? Forget it. He almost said thank you. Right, get hold of yourself, you two. You know, there are still a lot of hostiles in the room, as it turns out. Manager, what now? Well, we've got to trash this place. Come on, get ready to wear your identities. Oh, wow, we're referencing it again. Which it has been referenced before, it's just we don't reference the identities very often, so it is interesting. To me. Maybe not to you, but it is to me. Let's fucking body him and let's go. Well, that was easy. After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling like I should be down there with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. You had your dressing down, now it's their turn. I feel bad for those two. I am ready. Commence, Lady Otis. You absolute buffoons! How did you ever think that this was going to turn out okay? Are you even aware of the risks executive manager took to get here? How worried they were about you two? Well, actually, Clockhead was in on it from the start. Silence! Do not refer to the executive manager with such derogatory language, insolent fool! 'Twas my fault, 'twas my fault. My mother used to scold me like this in my youth. It made me the man I am today. Otis did not seem to slow down at all with her stern scoldings, and the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from this scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay? Yes, she merely lost her consciousness from excess psychological shock on account of being, you know, a child. How did you find yourself at a place such as this? You are a human, right? And we're really in the outskirts? Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the deluge of questions on account of being a child, but she soon began to open up. So you're really from the city? I'm from Cloud Town. It's a village on the north side of the outskirts. Oh wow, okay. Are there a lot of monsters like those gnomes out here that can speak? Yeah, there are many more monsters out here other than the gnomes. I've seen a few of them myself, but the village elders told me about the rest. Our village was built to keep the monsters out, to keep us safe. If this didn't happen, we'd all be preparing dinner back at the village by now. So they raided your village? Yeah, and they attacked us when the hunters were gone, so... We normally don't get raided by them around this time of year, so I thought we were safe. But they suddenly attacked us, rushing in on their sleighs, led by Sleigh Boy. Some of us tried to fight, but we didn't stand a chance, and everyone that they killed got shoved into the sacks on that sleigh. And Sack Man, no, it's Reindeer Man, Sleigh Boy, and Sack Jr. I passed out from fright, and they thought I was dead too. I got shoved into the sacks like the rest of the villagers. Oh, we forced you to talk about something that couldn't have been easy to go through? I'm sorry. No, it's okay. This happens every Tuesday. Can I ask things too? Anything. Is it right that crayon boxes in the city have 48 different colors and they have gold and silver colored crayons too? Probably. Maybe. And there's just people in the city, right? No monsters like the gnomes that tried to kill us, right? It's kind of hard to answer that actually. Sometimes I'd climb a high hill to look at the city. I always saw pretty colorful lights from up there. So colorful that I don't have enough colors in my crayon box to draw them all. I wish I could live in the city. If I lived there, I'd never have to worry about getting attacked by monsters. I could live happily with all my neighbors. Rats. Syndicates. The fingers. Oh, I've just got such a cough today. I don't know what's going on. The fixers have just don't decide they don't like you. Blue reverberation shows up to your house. Abnormalities. You don't pay your taxes. You've really never been to the city, huh? I'm sorry? Same story everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are, death always stalks us. Yeah. Whoa, that was so cool. Can you say that again? Huh? That was cool. Oh, did you guys see anyone else nearby by any chance? I don't think we ran into any other humans out here. Or we did. Well, we saw pieces of them. There was like an eyeball and a leg. Well, it was a foot. It probably got turned into like a jigsaw puzzle or something. No, but he has to be here to save us. Who do you mean? The best hunter of Cloudtown. If he was at the village, the gnomes wouldn't have... It appears that in the outskirts there are hunters, or to use the proper local pronunciation, hunters who must hunt, who specialize in hunting monsters akin to whalers of the Great Lake, that is. A hunter must hunt. But wait, so if they're kidnapping and killing humans for these gifts, who are these gifts for? Who are they for? You're right, you absolute stacked up unit. How's it going? It's fucking Santa. Of course, the gifts are for our poor and kind neighbors who do not cry. Hey, executive manager, fucking run. He's huge. Jesus Christ, he is huge. I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us. What is that thing? Ew, gross. Get it away. I am Santata, bringer of gifts to our neighbors. Oh. Really, Santata, not just Santa? Santata? Santata? Santates? God, I love potatoes. The guffawing giant garbed in red carried a massive gift sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human. He has elf ears. Yes, that git. That's what... Oh, Jesus Christ, he sounds like an orc now. Yes, that git. That one's the boss. Lo, the crimson garb. That is the crimson garb that I spoke of. The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. That's the Red Sax outfit. Oh, and he's already... distorted? No, not the Reindeer Man too. And Sleigh Boy. And Sack Jr. Shut it! Cut the useless chatter for once! After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice. Executive Manager, since he appears to be of an intelligent species, I will attempt to parley with it, but we best prepare for battle in case the talks fall through, as they always do. Yeah, that's a good idea. What do you mean by neighbors? Wings? Clients from the city? Gav from down the chippy? Oh, but we are denied entry to the city, are we not? Yeah, because you're gross and you turn people into gifts. Is that big lump of meat a gnome too? I happened to overhear the gnomes during our time in captivity. They called their master Beers Giant, which I believe is not a gnome. He is a bit big for a gnome. A giant? There really are all kinds of monsters out here, huh? Dante, that's not an abnormality, is it? Nope, that's not an abnormality or a distortion, I dare say. I was really expecting the red sack to be a distortion. I'd say it's closer to the whales, which is convenient because we dealt with them very recently. Do you yearn for gifts too? Yet your kind already owns all there is to own. We and our neighbors in the outskirts wish so dearly for that very day. The only day we are allowed joy and comfort in human gifts. I see. You produce toys out of humans and give them to those who harbor hatred for humans. What did we ever do to you other than leave you out here in this horrible place? Out of pure goodness of your heart. Here, where all those have been marginalized and exiled, but humans gather and wallow. Especially me, I do a lot of wallowing. We pour our infinite hatred and care into packaging these gifts. Oh yeah, no, I was trying to think what that reminded me of, and it reminded me of Ultra Kill. Perfect hatred, yeah, that's it. Perfect hatred. You insignificant fuck. Quite the verbose way of saying I refuse to negotiate. I mean, if there's anything I ever want to do in my life, even if it's just before I die, I want to do an extremely verbose way of saying I refuse to negotiate. A very roundabout way of saying fuck off, I'm not here to talk. It doesn't matter if I get bodied afterwards, I just want to have that moment. Oh, why don't you come here? I genuinely thought he was going to say, why don't you come here and say that to my face? Well, come here and join us, become joy to those who need it. Yeah, by becoming a fucking, like, I don't know, scooter. Otis got turned into a scooter. Rhodia got turned into an easy bake oven. The gift-giving giant. Oh yes, a boss fight. All right, we might actually have to concentrate. Maybe just a tiny bit. But let's get Heathcliff back in there. He should be in there. Yeah, we'll go with the classic. Seven Association and Lantern Don Quixote. Good stuff. Ah, boy, here we go. And a focus encounter now. Oh, bitch, you know it. That will make this a lot easier, to be honest. Look, I ain't here to play video games. Just dust him, will ya? Give him the old 2-1-do-1. Absolutely bang him out. I don't want to see him. Get him out of my sight. Fuck. Heathcliff, we're gonna have some serious words if you don't pick it up. Why can't you be more like Don Quixote? Except he was, because they both just got tails. We just need a little bit of SP, if you don't mind, so we can stop rolling so fucking badly. Too easy, what else you got? 3 waves is what they've got, so I should be a little bit careful. Probably play this properly. Sort them out, lads, go on. Good, yeah, it's a good team. It's a good team. It's a good team. Oh, Heathcliff, please. He needs more SP. He becomes such a good clasher when he has high SP. You know, kind of like Ryoshu. The swash is fucking amazing, goddamn. Absolutely bodied. That attack is a little scary, so I have an idea. We'll stagger him before it even happens. Yeah, that's the way. And if it doesn't work, then Ryoshu's gonna get fucking bodied. But such is the way of things. Yes. Yes. Do the 7! Yeah! I fucking love that shit. The best. The absolute best. He's basically dead. Oh, he is dead even. Yep, absolutely gone. What a shame. Just in time for everyone's favorite move. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love it. And kill him. Alright, it's Mr. Ho-Ho-Ho himself. At 10 plus charge, gain Ho-Ho-Ho next turn. Gain poise on self divided by 5. Poise count next turn. Expires at 0 charge. At 30% core HP, gain Ho-Ho-Ho, so it's just more poise. Lose all charge when this unit is staggered. Lose 1 poise when hit by an attack skill. Base power -2 to Let's Get Packing if the gift sack part is broken. This seems fairly easy, not gonna lie. We'll see what happens. Yeah, fuck it. Break the gift sack. Do it. Smash him up. Oh yeah, it's gonna be an absolute wash. No chance. And we've still got all of our ego attacks. We haven't used any in this battle, so at the very least, Pathos Mathos, I think, will deal with most things that he has to throw at us. Not particularly concerned. Oh yeah, get him. Get him! Beautiful. Here's a gift. That's not even that strong. Time to get boxed. If shield HP is completely depleted, get staggered next turn. And if there is remaining shield HP, gain 2 attack power up. And then swing at the sack and see what you can do. Oh yeah. Foolish. No chance. Paralysis. Oh, I really thought you were gonna win. Huh? Aw. Sad. I got so cocky in that moment where I was like, he's obviously gonna fucking win. Oh god. Okay, thank you. He got a lot of shield from that. It doesn't protect his sack though. You should always protect your sack. Remember, kids? Protect your sack. Let's get packing, which is obviously a big attack. Hit him with the crow's eye, because then the rest of these calculations will be much more in our favor, which would be lovely. Of course, if Yi-Sang fucks that up, we might actually be in some trouble, so, don't fuck it up. Jesus Christ, Yi-Sang. You got tails twice? He got tails twice at max fucking SP. Are you fucking serious, dude? What? are these rolls? Oh, if we lose this, that'll be really funny. To say that I'm disappointed in Yi Sang is an understatement. Like, what the fuck, dude? Come on. We staggered the sack, but he is getting more ho-ho-hos. But he does have a lot of paralyze. Good, good. It started off a little poor, and now we're working it back. It's fucking hilarious that this ever became, like, a potentially difficult situation, because this is not a hard fight. Ouch. But 8 critical is not particularly impressive. Break that sack, it'll help us. Good. Oh, I forgot he was going to use time to get boxed. Oh, God, Yi Sang, please, just win one. And he's staggered again. Why can't you be more like Faust? We broke your sack. He's like, no, Sack Junior. Oh. He's not pleased. Fortunately, he is staggered, so let's kill him before this gets any worse. God, that was an absolute shit show. That was an absolute fucking shit show. I knew I shouldn't have done Crow's Eye View, but I just felt like he probably could have done it. And indeed, Yi Sang could have done it if he hadn't rolled tails twice in a row. At 45 SP. Humans. He's like reading from a fucking script. I'll separate the flesh from your bones. Sentata's gut suddenly began to expand. Oh, that's no good. Is he gonna fucking perfect sell us at the end of the Cell games? Yeah, I'll watch Dragon Ball Z. All of you, hold your respective breaths. Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looked like a stake into Sentata's gut. Oh, I do believe it's that hunter. If he actually looks like a Bloodborne character, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, 'tis a smell most foul. I think I'm about to pass out. A scent of potently fetid refuse lingers. Good for you, Yi Sang. Some sinners drop to the floor while the others gag profusely. Clearly, this was a rather painful experience for all. Luckily, clocks don't come equipped with a nose. This gas does not appear to be toxic, however its scent seems to inspire an extreme level of discomfort in people. Yeah. Hello. So you've defeated a Northern Giant, yet you don't seem to know the proper procedure for what to do afterward. Are you hunters from the city? It might be simpler to say yes, I guess. Nice coat, buddy. I like it. Proper procedure? Immediately before death, a Northern Giant's body fills with noxious gas before exploding in a rain of acid, which would be a bad time. To put it colloquially. The man who staked Sentata's gut explained as he approached us. You have to puncture a hole in its gut to let out the gas before its internal organs condense it into acidic fluid. Allowing it to cause a chain reaction could complicate things. Makes sense, makes sense. Very good, very good. Well, we killed Santa. Take that. World. No gifts for anyone, I guess. One more cutscene and we've done it. Wait, it says 10 out of 12. Is there another like little bonus dungeon for this one as well? Oh, I didn't EX that. Right, yeah, because I fucked it up, didn't I? And also, I just wasn't... I wasn't playing properly. Alright, I'll have to do that off camera then, no problems. Oh, the stench won't come off. Who's that now? Is it him? Does he smell? Mr. Domino. Is it because you're all named after toys? Crayon, who'd been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him. At least you're safe, Crayon. That's good. After stumbling for a moment, due to the stench most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino. Hey you, identify yourself. Sorry, one moment. Okay, yes, please, identify yourself. Name's Domino. I'm a monster hunter from Cloud Town. I was out farming, Diablos parts so I could get a new heavy bow gun. How are you doing? I suppose I could call it a town anymore now that it's just me and Crayon that's left. Wow, they've actually pilfered the whole place, huh? Relax, I wouldn't even think of hurting any of you. You saved that child, that was pretty cool. So you're the hunter that the girl mentioned. Otis relaxed upon Domino's confirmation. She leaned on a wall and looked to the floor in relief, after dry heaving a bit more. Normally, around this time of year, these monsters would have gone further north, to a different village. Well, and that's okay. So I was on an expedition to help them. Oh, that's actually really cool of you. To help them out. Looks like they decided to switch things up this time around. Why did the music get quieter? When I returned, they'd already finished their raid on our village and left. Damn it, they used to be predictable, attacking only right before Christmas. Do these tragedies happen often? Though I can't speak for the city, I can say that this is a common occurrence in the outskirts. It's a hellish place to live, if you can even call this living. Survival alone is a miracle out here. Are there a lot more places out here like this? Like this mockery of a gift factory? This absolute fucking bullshit? No, can't say I've seen a factory like this anywhere else, but I can tell you one thing. Compared to some worse things that could have happened, this tragedy was nothing. That's the natural order of things in the outskirts. I do wonder, sometimes, if we were in the city, no matter how bad it gets in there, it must be better than this living hell. It depends where you sat, really. It was no easy contemplation to answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live, if what he's told me is anything to go by. But the city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself, from what I've seen in my journey so far at least. Aha! Then accompany us back to the city. We were on our... Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval. Thank you for your kind words, at least. I wish it were that easy, if I could at least let this child enter the city somehow, just like that. The city has no place to spare for this child, not even a small corner of it. Even if you were to somehow make it past the city's walls, there are countless variations of paperwork and procedure you must overcome before you can live the kind of life you desire. And what would people like us even do with such paperwork? And where would we find them out here? We're not studied or worked to find a job in the city as some youths of other villages do. Mister. There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued. I must still extend my gratitude for keeping the girls safe until my arrival, however. Yes, a good thing did technically happen. I know a good way to extend your gratitude. Maybe you could extend us a nice pouch of shiny and jangling bag of... Rodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point. Something shiny and jangling? Sure, maybe I can give you a tour of some antique items I keep at home. She just gives her a bauble. Like a Christmas bauble, and is like, yeah, have fun. Precious items salvaged from the locomotive tracks of the outskirts. Not something you'll see every day in the city, I'm sure. Items from the outskirts. That tour alone could be worth much more than just pure cash. Faust, there's still a decent chance that the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right? Indeed, in fact it is unclear whether the door is still open. I recommend a quick return to the bus now that our two primary objectives have been secured. So she says... If you would permit me to speak my mind, Executive Manager, and even if you didn't, I probably would anyway. Even if this is not the Great Lake, the outskirts is an extremely perilous place. This curiosity cannot be a reason for us to risk getting stranded in this environment. Also, I don't want to be turned into a Lego set. Looks like you got to hurry back. Well then, catch! And he fucking overarms it as hard as he can. Hits Greg right in the side of the face. Domino tossed a carved wooden doll in my direction. It does not appear to be anything dangerous. Let us inspect it further after we return. We mustn't dally any longer than we have to. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench, but we still made our way back to the door. The door has remained open. Fortunate. Didn't fancy walking 500 miles and maybe even 500 more. We made it back to the safety of Mephistopheles. Sometime later... Boo, Stinky, Charon, evacuate, evacuate. Charon quickly made her escape to the decks. I think they turned up the shading to make that even spookier. Huh. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze. You know, that thing he's known for. Looks like everyone's had quite the adventure. Covered in blood and guts, and with a disgusting stench to boot. Oh, this is, Manager, I can't hear you anyway. So just reply to my query with a nod or a shake. Your replies better match up with my expectations, of course. I have but one question. Was it you who made the call? I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. Because it was Dante's call, yes. Dante literally went, screw it, let's go have a look. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but it was I who decided to go along with their plan. This would not have happened without my authorization. I'm glad that Dante did take responsibility for this. It's a good leader move. It's a good leader move. Good. Then my questioning is over. Huh? I mean, I am the executive manager. I can just decide to do things, I guess. You know? The expedition was authorized by the executive manager, and we didn't lose anyone, so fuck it, I guess. I will leave it to you to deal with this mess. You may rest afterward, and please, do something about this foul stench. I'm gonna go take a nap, again. Well then. With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back door once again. Huh, that's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come. Be glad! The best consultation is a consultation not had indeed. Alas, behold one and all. I don't know when she had the time to pick it up in all that chaos, but Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to Mephistopheles. Oh, that's nice. And she has a little hat as well. Heathcliff is very sad. Poor boy. You picked that up from all that mess? I have laid claim upon the evil gnome's trinkets, just like an adventurer would do. Now that's some real commitment. What's all that for? Art thou truly unaware of mine intentions? 'Tis for adorning our ship with Christmas decorations. Wait, now? But we're still like 3 months away from Christmas. Was this actually 3 months before Christmas? Like IRL, I mean, I don't know when this event started. I think it started soon after I started playing, which was literally January 1st this year. Does it really matter? No. Agreed, let us not risk peeling old wounds to lower the morale of our company is... Oh, it's okay, it's been getting better with time, little by little. Yeah, we can all grow beyond it, eventually. Marvelous. Then this appears to be an occasion most fit for a party, then. What say you? Don't tell me you went through all that trouble for some party decorations. According to Dante's explanations, this incident was spurred on by Heathcliff's need for an outfit. Remember that plot point? Heathcliff has been silently brooding in his seat with his face buried in his palms, out of shame, most likely. Verily, yet that very costume we had sought was worn by none other than that monstrous giant. Are you actually going to make Heathcliff see Kathy in a Santa costume? Don Quixote. That poor boy has so much to deal with right now. And you're gonna send him to see Kathy in a Santa outfit and try and tell her and whomever else is there with a straight face that he's doing really well right now and she totally should have got with him. In a Santa outfit. I don't suppose it would fit Sir Heathcliff anyhow. Forget it. It wasn't the kind of look I was going for anyway, you know. The fucking moron look. What did I say, Heath? We'll help you out as soon as we land, okay? The outfit's one thing, yeah, but You are speaking of the port ship we sailed past, the port ship on which the hair salon that printed those hair coupons conducts their business. The coupons could not be used as the port ship was not on our charted route. Leave it to me to style your hair. I've done my sisters' and younger siblings' hair pretty often, and also have you seen Hongler's hair? It's magnificent. Majestic even. You're in good hands, my friend. Oh, we don't even know how long we'll be floating on this damn lake anyway. Besides, I don't even know how to dress myself properly. I was going to attempt the trial and error method, which is one I use very often. And now finally at the tender age of 30, I've kind of got it. Okay, but can you at least tell us what it is that Vergilius gave you, just so that we know what exactly you're so anxious about? Sod it. After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter. So that's the something Vergilius gave you. Oh, I remember. My family's used this envelope before. It's made from really expensive paper, made only in limited quantities at a time. It's quite a luxurious envelope. Why does a luxurious envelope exist? That is so needless. Can we read it, Heath? Can we? I love gossip. Sure, it's nothing impressive. Then Dante, why don't you read it out loud for the rest of us? It reminds me, during a big job I was doing with Sweetman at a house in London, person we were working for was quite a overbearing project manager-y type, even though they didn't need to be, you know, like typically a client would give Sweetman an idea of what they want there for their house, like what work they want done, how they want it done, and then Sweetman gets on with it, and occasionally updates are provided, and it's like, yo, you want it like this? And they say, yeah, or no, I want it like this, etc., etc. But one of them was really fucking overbearing and quite rude as well, and used to send Sweetman like really fucking passive-aggressive texts. So on the way to the job, most days, he would hand his phone to me because there was a team of us, and he'd be like, Foreman, can you read this message out loud to everyone in like a funny voice to make it sting less? And it just made me think of that for some reason. So I'd be like, you haven't been providing me with updates frequently enough. I just really fucking ripped the shit out of them while reading it. It was very funny. But yeah, that just reminded me of that. I don't know. Sure. Don't worry. I won't read the letter like that in here. It's just, it reminded me of that. Rhodia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. Wow. Subtle. We cordially extend you, honored guests, an invitation to the redacted. What's this here? Somebody colored over this part of the letter. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, T-Corp Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at the designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your person. Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. That's a nice name. Oh, and down here is a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. Oh, so she specifically requested his return. So he's absolutely bricking it. Oh boy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on account of it being colored over, but... Clearly, the rest of the letter's contents had stoked the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again. And he was already a pretty passionate dude. So... You gotta look fashionable and classy for this Kathy person, right? Well, yeah, but there's more to it than... Shh, quiet now. Now I can clearly see why you were so impatient, Heath. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Oi! I'll leave it up to you to style his hair, Master Hairdresser Hongler. Oh, I wouldn't call myself a master, but he is. Oi, wait, where are you taking me? What in the bloody hell is this grip? Yeah, Rhodia's got quite the grip strength. Yeah, you won't free yourself from her anytime soon. The two sinners, practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. Now, Heathcliff's fate was sealed, to be a mannequin to now motivated and unbearably bored Rhodia's various experimentations. I can hang this trinket here, and Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as she placed the various trinkets around the bus. I decided to go out to the deck for some air after being stuck in a room with giant guts. It smelled real bad. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll Domino the Hunter gave me just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes looked into the distance, toward where the outskirts lie. I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giants, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people with stories in the outskirts too. Stories different from those of the city. You know what, this has all convinced me that you can make a really good Dark Souls style game set in the outskirts. Because the outskirts would have, like, big shit and, like, abandoned, empty, ruinous, dreary places, like big, sprawling areas to explore. You know, like Elden Ring style, or if you want to go the Dark Souls 1 route of having, like, a really tight, constructed level layout, but you can see a ton of shit. I think that could work quite well. Faust approached from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard. But can't you specify who you talk to? Whatever. Follow the stars, Dante, star by star, then you will one day learn. So for now, follow the closest star that shines before your eyes. Well, the closest stars right now are Yi Sang and Hong Le. Those boys are absolute stars. Both of them. They got their names on the fridge and there's like 50 gold stars next to each one. Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am after all. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust? This is gonna be funny. You make a rather tempting offer, Dante. The added colour to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. How nice. Oh, don't tell me you're not going to show me Heathcliff and his new drip. Come on. Come on. Ah! Oh my god, yield my flesh to claim their bones. Alright, we got some fun stuff next then, don't we? Because I did learn during that event that yield my flesh to claim their bones was an intervallo. And obviously, you know, I guess probably the idea of that intervallo was that, like, Bamboo-haired Kim Distorted was, like, going to be a big reveal or something. Less so now that I'm aware of it, but the story of Intervallo 3 is honestly what I'm going to be the most interested in, and would have been the most interested in anyway. And we still had the reveal of, like, holy shit, Distorted Bamboo-haired Kim is real. Like, so, haven't lost out on anything. That's really cool, though. Looking forward to that. But, you know, oh, it occurs to me there's actually more to do. Ah, there's minis as well, yes. Ah, we've got plenty to do. Okay. Right, well, plenty of time before we get to Kanto 3. I liked Miracle in District 20. I thought it was quite fun. Not too long, it was quite short, and it was quite sweet. I liked it. Very funny. There's like some semi-serious moments in there, but it was definitely a story that wasn't made to be taken too seriously. If there was such thing as filler, and there really isn't because everything is kind of world building by this point, but if there was such thing as filler, and I know the intervallos kind of are filler by their nature, but that was probably the most filler-y one, as it were, because at the very least, you know, Hell's Chicken set up Kanto 4 with the introduction of Samjo, and SCA set up Kanto 5 with introducing the problems that Ishmael has, and also how the fuck we're even going to get on to the Great Lakes. Obviously, Miracle in District 20 set up the reason why Heathcliff wants to go to T-Corp. So, as much as they are kind of filler-esque, they're not actually filler. This one feels like it was the most filler, but that's not a bad thing. It was just nice to have an adventure, and it even wasn't even filler anyway. It still gave us context for what's going to be happening. So, I have no complaints. It was a lot of fun, and it wasn't something that felt like it needed to be taken too seriously. It was pretty chill and funny. I don't think Intervallo 3 is going to be quite as lighthearted. Frankly, I just get that impression. Because the Blade Lineage are, and Kurikumo I think are in there as well, but I'm not sure, are a little edgy. They're a little bit edgy, so I don't think this will be quite as cheerful, but still cool and still exciting, and I'm still very much looking forward to it. But that will be next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Crystalite, Summercat, Flanny, Patron Dragoon, Lyle the Hexire, Lip Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Heartland, Herrick J, Dresso, Sion Distance, LOL, Final Legend, Etherbin, Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimblewart, Majoko, Mymoon, Alkir, Sweet Baby Red, Jess Kitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Lepa Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Warmar Soku, SCP-1068, Namad, and Kenny T800 for support me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, Miracle in District 20 was a good time. I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Like, genuinely, I think I just enjoy getting the opportunity to just have the sinners interact and talk, and just to sort of see them do stuff. I thought it's weird, right? Because when playing this game, my expectations or my requirements or my standards, whatever you want to call them, are simultaneously really low and really high. Like, I guess I've come to expect a very high level of quality in terms of the characters themselves because it has been the entire time. But at the same time, I also don't require much. You know, just as long as it's just them all hanging out and talking, I'm happy. Like, that just gives me exactly what I want. So it's weird. It's a weird position to be in. I've not really been disappointed in the game thus far at any point, I don't think. No, I don't think I have. Nah. Some parts have been better than others, sure, but I would never say I was disappointed. That's strange. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. What happens next time? Get rid of those 2 minis, and then you and my flesh to claim their bones. That'll be fun. We'll get a little rematch with Kim, and I'll absolutely body him because I've done so before. I was tempted to set up my Blade Lineage team for that, but it occurs to me I need to spend every resource I have on getting the Kanto 6 team together, so I should probably focus on that instead. Probably end up using these guys. I'll probably skip a lot of the combat until we get to Kanto 6, because it's just going to be like 7 Association styling on everyone. At least that'll keep the videos a little shorter, so there's that. But whatever happens next time, I hope I see you there. Toodles, goodbye.